All right, guys, happy Monday. All right, a little car chat here. All right, so it's Monday. So the start of this video is me checking in with Jamie. I checked in with her, obviously, on Friday. And because we're getting close, usually she ups the check-in. So checked in this morning with her. I'll probably hear from her around 10:30 or 11. And then I see her in person on Thursday, too. So probably going to have some more concrete plans this week, which I'm super, super excited about. So anyways, we just pulled up to push. Plan of the day is today's Monday, and this is our last day at home. We leave for Universe tomorrow in New Jersey, nice and early. So last day at home, already got my fasted cardio done, 60 minutes, did half of my check-ins for the day. It's 9 o'clock right now. I'm going to go ahead into push. Usually on Monday I train glutes, but I just trained glutes on Saturday and I'm still very sore. I'm still battling that right glute pain and injury, and my weight is holding around 120 right now, so I think I'm a little bit inflamed. So I'm going to listen to my body today and switch my upper and lower body days. So I'm going to do shoulders today and train glutes tomorrow, probably when we get to New Jersey. Anytime that we have a travel day, I usually wake up super early, no matter what time our flight is. So our flight tomorrow's at 7, so I'll probably get up around 3:34 tomorrow. Get my fasted cardio in just so I know that that's done. And then I can spend the rest of the day traveling, focusing on getting my check-ins done, my work done. And then when we get there and get settled, just focus on finding somewhere to get my lift in. So that's kind of how I strategize when I know I'm going out of town. So I'm going to get my upper body lift in here at push. And then at 11, I'm heading over to MI40. Usually I see Matt. He is on Instagram at Next Level or Nothing, but he's in Cabo this week. I'll miss you, Matt. But I did want to get my body work in. Body work, like I always tell you guys, is super important to me, especially before traveling and especially when you're battling an injury. It's really important to stay on top of those things. So I'm going to be heading over to see his sidekick Luke today. I've never worked with him before, so I'm excited for that. And then just get some good stretching and mobility in before we leave for our trip tomorrow. Then the rest of the day is just kind of, finishing work, finishing packing, getting the house in order, and yeah, we'll be leaving bright and early tomorrow. So this video will probably be like a week in the life. All right, let's get this Monday started. One last set, and then we're done. Got a little shoulder pump. So I have 2 shoulder days a week right now. One of them is more pressing motions and less sets and reps, like 4x6. That's the one that I just did with Drew that you guys saw in that video. And then today is a little bit more of like very fine details. So like a lot of lateral raises, a lot of frontal raises. Just trying to really like get the 3D pop of that shoulder. Finishing off with the shotgun to the deek exercise, which is kind of bringing everything together. So a little burnout here at the end. It's about 9:45 right now. We're making perfect time. I have to leave push at 10:15 to make it to MI 40 by 11 a.m. So I'll probably finish up this set, do a little bit of posing, maybe answer a check-in or two before I hit the road to Tampa. Tired. I think we got a good pump here. Look at his rear dell. Holy shit. I'm getting close. Alright, just got out of bodywork. That was really a fantastic session. Holy moly. So it was with, I grabbed his Instagram, Muscle Moves Bones on Instagram. His name is Luke. And I saw him today because Matt's out of town, and it was fantastic. I mean, he was so thorough. And I really do feel like he got to the source of this glute injury. So I'm feeling very positive about it, but that was a grueling hour. And I want to mention about bodywork. The pressure of the bodywork has to be strong enough so that it actually changes the muscle, right? But it also can't be too strong that you're fighting that resistance. You have to surrender to it. You have to be able to breathe, use JAYY breathing through yoga, and be able to surrender to the stimulus. So if you are ever getting body work done and, you know, the scraping or the trigger point work that they're doing with you is too much and you feel your body tense like you're coming off the table, it's too much pressure and you need to speak up. You have to be able to breathe through it and try to imagine yourself melting into the table and relaxing that area. But wow, that was a great session. So it is 12:23 right now. I'm going to go head home, eat my first meal. I'm a little out of order today with everything going on. Then I need to get to work, finish my check-ins. I have some posing calls later on this afternoon, and yeah, get to packing and get ready to leave. So here we go. Back over the bridge we go. Well, we made it. Okay, wow. We made it. I don't even know where to start. We had a plan, and usually the plan works, but security at Tampa International Airport this morning was crazy. We got to the point where Drew sent me to go get to the plane to hold it if we needed to, and then he was yelling at TSA, and
because I knew they were going to check my trifecta chicken and bison, so I knew they were going to pull my bag.
So it was great because he saw someone that we saw there 2 weeks ago, and he was like, "Man, can you help me out? The trifecta's in my bag, my food." So they ended up just handing him his backpack, and he ran to the gate, but he didn't get his Cheez-Its, so he's grumpy. So anyway, so yeah, we just got into the taxi, and now we're about 45 minutes or so away from the hotel. When we get there, we're just gonna do some work and then work out later, and whatever the day may bring.
Yes, look at Heather.
Yep, looking at Heather. Heather competes Thursday. And then Bikini and Wellness is on Friday. We don't have any bikini babes. And then we have TJ competing on Saturday in men's physique. At least I know that.
Possibly Steve, too.
Possibly Steve. Okay. All right, guys, we'll see you when we get settled in New Jersey.
All right, 6 to 8.
How many do you have left?
I mean, I can do more, I guess.
But I don't want, like, you had at least, what, 5 to 8 left?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Maybe like two or three.
Perfect. That's it. All right, come on. Let's move on, hamstring curl. And we're doing 2 just light warm-up sets between the 10 and 15 rep range. And then 1 working set, if you can really even call it a working set, of 6 to 8 reps, no more than 8 reps, looking for 3 to 4 reps shy of failure. So just enough to like wake the muscles up, get this pre-workout meal moving in her, but you know, not enough to tax her or create any trauma or inflammation. So getting ready for her last working set on, or her only working set, the last extra set on leg curl.
How many am I doing here?
This is a 6 to 8.
Okay.
Remember, like 3 to 4 reps shy of failure.
Did you go, you went up? Did you go up?
Yes, I did go up. Really squeeze at the bottom. Good, try to control. Just 10 to 12, 1 set here, high and wide. Point those toes out a little bit more and try to really get those knees out wider than your shoulders. Feel the stretch on the adductor and glutes when you get to the bottom. Yep. Nice and easy. How your body knows what?
Like that, like I'm like competing in a few days.
Yeah. What is it?
It says no cell phones.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Can't use cell phones. Microphone's here. This is my number 2 pencil right here. Tall, skinny,
Always
light,
Jeff is here.
light
Always
colored,
matching.
light colored.
I said always matching.
You better know it.
Come on. Alrighty, else.
Look good, you feel good. You feel good, you perform good.
Any other words of wisdom, Corey?
Huh?
Little lower. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Yeah. 6 to 8. Think about driving the hips back as you hinge. Keep that tension. And go ahead and wake the back muscles up too while we're here. Just think about what you can and, you know, kind of that back pose. Good. Tension. Here. Come on. Drive back. Drive back. Here, 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 here. Good. Pull through here. Pull through here. Yes. Good job. Belly tight. Feeling it?
Yeah.
So obviously not every gym travel has a hip thrust. So we're actually able to take this, which is a prone hamstring curl. Set it up for Jay. Be able to do a hip thrust variation. All right. Quarter turn. Quarter turn. Quarter turn. Hit him one more time. Heather, we're money, baby.
So just stay here then.
Money. Dude, come look at these. Like, we just gotta I gotta fill you out a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh shit.
yeah. But let's go ahead and eat, post, and then we will.
So I have post, steak, and blueberries left.
Yes, that's fine. Let's eat post, and then we will look at you about 90 minutes post. Okay, but I want to pose in the same. Even better.
I was gonna say, does it
Even better. Yeah, for sure. Now just lean to me a smidge. That's it. Belly tight. Open your hands up a smidge.
You mean
Yep,
this?
yep. Good. Quarter turn. Quarter turn. Good adjustment. Face front. That's okay. So you're wider right now. Listen, look at your toes.
Okay.
You turned them out better here. I love that.
This way?
Yes.
Okay.
That looks, look, you see how we got more adductor there too?
Yep.
We got
I need
better
to do that from the front and the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got better quad sweep and better adductor there. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead and finish it. I'm happy with how we're
Oh
trending.
my God, me too.
No, I'm saying with 90 minutes and
Yeah.
we've already, so, okay. Let's do, all right, let me set your other meals up.
So I have, normally I would have steak and then blueberries.
A steak meal, there's rice. I added some more nut butter with that too. Alrighty, heading to finals. First we gotta get a coffee,
Yeah.
much needed.
Yes.
Our girls had nothing but rice cakes
I've had water.
and water, but a lot of rice
salt.
cakes. And salt. And 16 grams of nut butter.
Right.
So, we're gonna get her some
I
coffee.
think we ate a full sleeve of
Yeah,
rice cakes.
we will by the time the tire show's over. At least one full pack. So, heading to finals. PJ was about as good as you can hope for. So we either split center or we're dead center in all three classes. So over 40, over 35, and open. So not sure. I'm gonna try to chat and see if we do have overalls for 40 and 35. When I asked Angela, she said she wasn't sure if they would do them or not. So
There has to be a master's overall though.
yeah, I would think so. We're gonna find out if they do it for all of them or just one of them, and then kind of plan on how we're gonna plan on peaking her the best we can for all the different overalls, if there are multiple overalls. So stay tuned. Cannot get any backstage footage, so we're not allowed to record anything.
Coach, you just won 3 pro cards of the overall universe. What is up with you? Proud husband, proud best friend.
Fun Fusion Family Fashion, Intern Pro, JAYY.
Yeah. But I can't take this off because I just took my top off.
No, you don't do that.
Show me. Yes.
There it is. Oh, we forgot to get the pictures on. Yay! So proud of you. No, we did it. I got the girls. Heather, I'm running with your girls. Running with them.
Jay's lit.
Alrighty, so figured we'd kind of put together a clip here that just summarizes some things from this last week at Universe, just because it was so tough to get footage and kind of bring you guys some of that raw content that I could kind of give you some behind the scenes things that went down you know, over the course of the week that we weren't able to get footage on. But, you know, first and foremost, congrats to Heather. For me personally as a coach, is the first person that I have turned pro that is on my roster. You know, Heather is a large reason why Jordan and I are in as deep as we are into this industry and into this, you know, competitive bodybuilding journey chapter of our life. When Jordan won the Tampa Pro back in 2020 as an amateur, you know, Heather was the one backstage with her, you know, running through poses and just getting her in the right headspace before she went on and you know, eventually won that show. So I had always said that if she could be my first pro and be able to repay her for everything she's done for myself and Jordan, that would be really, really special. So mission accomplished. So it was a little bit of a nightmare backstage, I'm not gonna lie. Very large classes, very long days. All 3 days were just exhausting and long. So, you know, Heather, we kind of walked down, we knew she left for makeup, V did her makeup, and then I had her check in with me at Jamie and Greg's room at the host hotel, and I knew we were like on. And it was just more of a matter of making sure we held the physique and just continue to trend in the correct direction, because I did want her getting better and better with each class. So, you know, 40 in my head was gonna be the least competitive, and then 35, and then open, and I did want to make sure her physique was trending in that correct direction. And it did. Every time she did hit the stage, she was a little bit drier, a little bit tighter, a little bit fuller. So like I said, everything kind of worked out there. And then also, like, for 40 and up, she was on her feet for about 45 minutes backstage. You know, the expediters, we always play this hurry up and weight gain game, and I understand it, because if not, athletes just won't come. But she was on her feet for about 45 minutes before we went out for 40 and up. In between 40 and 35, I was able to get her back, get her feet up for at least 10 minutes, feed her a little bit more, and you know, repeat that process. So we tracked water, sodium very, very, very tightly. Every time she did get water, it was in 30 milliliter increments. Sodium was kind of, we ramped it up as we kind of tapered water back down, getting closer and closer towards the stage. Like, and I'm talking hours, I'm not talking days leading into it, I'm talking hours. Just making sure we had everything kind of locked and loaded. Yep, so she went on in the night show to turn pro in 40 and up, and then win the Masters overall, 40 overall, which was 4 different classes, A, B, C, and D, with her being the tallest in D. And then 35, she wins her 35 and up class, and then goes on to an overall of 6. So they did that with 6 in the 35, and then the open, winning her open, and then winning, you know, the open overall, figure overall for all 8 height classes, was something truly, truly special. So super, super proud of her, super proud of us and what we've been able to accomplish together. Heather's put in the work. Heather's put in the work. She just hasn't had the right coach relationship, the right time in her life. She's such a giving person. You know, her business is succeeding, her personal life is succeeding. She has a great support system, and it was just time. It was time for it to all click together, and it takes that in this industry. You know, it takes having a good support system at home, being financially stable, and just the right things have to be going on for you to go out there and sweep a show like we were able to do. So with that being said, pro debut. So everybody's been kind of blowing her and I up about pro debut and what we're thinking, and we're not ruling out a pro debut this year. It will definitely be after the cutoff for sure. So, back to kind of talking about how great of a person Heather is. She really has been pushing hard since February in terms of prep. It's her husband's turn, Corey's turn here. So Corey's sitting 8 and 9 weeks out. 8 weeks out from his first show, which will be the Clash in Charleston, and then 9 weeks out, or 8.5, however you want to count it, before we go to North Americans at Pittsburgh. So we're going to reverse Heather up, get her healthy, make sure we're pulling labs, and just make sure everything's good to go there. She's been pushing hard, get her food up a little bit higher, and just keep her really tight and deliver on some of the feedback. And the feedback from the waist up, she's ready, more than ready for the pro league. We just need to continue to keep building density in the lower body, the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, overall quad sweep, adductor development, and as well as just make sure we're bringing her in even tighter than she was. So that kind of wraps up Thursday. Friday was pretty low key for us. All of our bikini babes and with Fit Body Fusion, did what Fit Body Fusion bikini babes do every single week at any show in the country, and every national stage they show up. Diana winning the overall with JAYY. Diana's been working hard. I saw her. I had the privilege of helping her down at Junior USA's when JAYY was at the New York Pro. And she won her class, but in the Junior USA's, you have to be top 4 in the overall. And she missed it by 1 spot in the overall and getting that pro card. And then a couple weeks later, went to Junior Nationals, and she missed it there by 1 spot again. And Diana's just been, she's been grinding. And to finally not only secure the pro card, but then win the overall, I just got goosebumps. So well deserved for her and JAYY. And I admire that grit and that grind. It's so easy to get caught up in missing it by 1 spot and the emotional toll it can take on you. But let me tell you, Diana just kept pressing, and it takes that. It takes that, you guys. I'm convinced that if it comes easy, if you're, and I'm not knocking that if you do turn pro your first shot or your second shot, that, I'm not knocking that. But I don't think you're ready for the league. I think that the league is a whole nother, hurdle and, step up, and you need to kind of be a bridesmaid a couple times to really feel that sting and really look at yourself and your work ethic, and because that's going to be needed every single week, every single peak when you're in the league. So super excited for Diana. I know she's making her pro debut in the Republic of Texas this week. Super excited to see her once again. So like I said, congrats to the entire Fit Body Fusion bikini squad that did what they do. All right, then we move on to Saturday. So TJ. I'm gonna be honest, stung. Not at all what we were hoping for, or I was hoping for. I think TJ took it a little bit better than me. We stepped on stage at DC 2 weeks ago at 192 and change, I believe. And we went to bed 207 Friday night. So fuller for sure, not full enough. Well, I think it was full enough. We just need more we need more density. We need more tissue. These guys are massive. The men's physique guys are just, they're dense, they're big, they're bubbly, they're peeled. So we're going into an off season. We're gonna really he's never really had a really long structured off season. So we're gonna be doing an off season here, really pushing the size. To give you a reference, these guys are in his class, that we spoke to, were between 220 and 237, and he's stepping on stage under 200. So that just gives you an idea of, the density and how big some of these guys are. So learned a lot, 6 weeks of coaching him under my belt now, and he's one of those athletes that will do anything and everything, and he's got the ability to just go robot mode. So I'm super excited for how his off season is going to come. And we discussed too, his warm-up shows that we're going to do next year, because he will already be qualified for next season's national circuit. We're gonna go right to like junior nationals next year, which only has open. You know, we were talking and we want to be fighting in the open for a first call out and, you know, top 3 in the open at a national show before we go head into, you know, a 35 and up and go there with the same intentions we went with Heather this last week. We don't want to play the game of, you know, oh, we don't know who shows up that day, might get lucky. No, we're going to be the ones showing up next year, and people are going to be pissed because of the improvements we made. So that's kind of the game plan with TJ. Quick week at home. Jay and I are home for 3 days. We leave Thursday morning for Republic of Texas, one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite venues, great production, galvanized Bernadette. We're coming for you, so gonna have lots of content this next week coming up because we've got RT doing classic first timer, we've got Clint first timer doing men's physique, we've got Brandon first time bodybuilder, Rachel, Clint's wife, is Jordan's bikini babe, and then I'm bring another figure ace to this show. So I got my girl Marie, who's put in one heck of an off season, getting her ready for Masters Nationals. So this is her warm-up show of the season. Peace.